All right, talking about a big game here at Memorial Stadium coming up tomorrow, Illinois and Michigan, top 25 game, stadium dedication. What has your prep for this game been like, and I guess what have you been able to gather about what this game means?
My game prep has been a little bit different for this game than other games in the past just because of the rededication and the 100-year anniversary that we're going to be celebrating. We're having a little fun with this one on CBS, so make sure everybody tunes in because Brad, Gary, and I have a little surprise off the top. But it's been, such an honor to be able to travel around the Big Ten this year and just to experience games like this. I mean, look at the history between these two teams. So I'm looking forward to getting out there.
You don't need to give away too much, but maybe what's one piece of history of this game between these teams, or just Illinois football in general, that you've picked up on that you've been interested by?
I mean, you hear Red Grange, you know about the history there, but to dive a little bit deeper into what he was able to accomplish, and just, it's incredible. So I think it's been fun to not only look at just the history of this program, but of that particular game in general, and just learning more about it.
What do you think will be a big key to this game? Obviously the run game, but I guess what are some of the things you're excited to see?
I'm always interested in kind of the QB battle. You look at Luke Altmaier, he's been incredible this year, and it seems like he's really found his own. He's found that confidence. And then on the flip side, you have Jack Tuttle making a start for Michigan. They're on their third quarterback. So, we were able to cover Michigan a few weeks ago, and we're excited to see what he's going to bring to that offense this year.
Is there anything, I guess, people aren't maybe talking about that you're interested in as far as this game and what could be a deciding factor?
Ooh, that's a great question. I think Michigan's defense is looking to kind of pick things up in this game, so I think that's something to keep an eye on. And I mean, as you mentioned, the run game is going to be a big point of contention there, so we'll see. And as you know, these games are always going to be physical, especially in the Big Ten. It's all about that physical play, so what's going to happen, on the line of scrimmage is always in question.
What would you say is maybe the national perspective on what Illinois football is and what it's become under Brett Bielema?
It's been amazing to see what Bielema has done to this program. I mean, to be fully honest, I don't think that Illinois was on everyone's radar to start this season, and no disrespect, but to be in a position that they are now, 5-1, having the success that they've had, they're on the map. They're on the map. We're excited to cover this team, and a win against Michigan, that would be huge.
And rebuilding a program, I mean, what have you seen, I guess, work well for Illinois and college football in general nowadays? What does it take to rebuild a program in your eyes?
Isn't that a good question? I think college football has just changed so much, especially over the last year or two with NIL, transfer portal, everything going on. So I think the coaches are really having to learn how to rebuild a program in a different way than they've ever had to before. And if you have a guy like Brett Bielema, who's just such a optimistic, fun-loving, just huge personality, that is nothing but good things for your university.
I'll wrap up with one more. What do you think of the throwback uniforms Illinois is going to wear?
I love them. That was another part of my research this week, is just doing, a little deeper dive into the uniforms. The fact that they took nearly 2 years to perfect the helmets, hand-painted. I mean, it is a work of art.
We've seen people try the leather helmets and the old school look, but this seems to be one of, if not the best, iterations of that.
Just be careful, because Gary Danielson was out there. He was saying, if they want to be really authentic, then they got to get rid of the masks. So I was like, Gary, don't be silly. Don't be silly.
Yeah, I don't know if that would work with the
No,
concussions and all that.
Yeah, we're not doing that. But it's incredible. I cannot wait to see. It's, throwback uniforms are a lot of fun. And this, I would have to say, are probably my favorites I've ever seen.
All right, thank you. Appreciate the time.
No problem.